Okay, so that's gonna be after Kim goes for the night, when we have privacy. Locate a working firearm that shoots a 446. So I wonder if we're gonna need to stay the night here. You know what I've realized as well? That other room in the bathroom, the other door, seems to line up perfectly, from my reckoning anyway, with the door up on the balcony and this door. It's like it's directly above. Can we get anything else out of Titus Hardy?
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want?
Go over a few things again?
Yeah.
Nothing new. Alright. We've got nothing to report to him. Okay, where would we find the working gun? I wonder.
A lorry abandoned. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is closed.
There was nothing in there that we didn't look at in her lorry. What about the racist lorry?
The lorry stuck in the windows are clear.
Nope.
Right to work!
Nope, not that guy.
The trash container.
Nothing new there.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among a You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some. All the old boomboxes are there.
Hello, hello.
Nothing new there. I was wondering if we could maybe pursue another conversation option with him now about has he sold any other guns, though. He said he won't touch guns again because he sold our gun to the pig, but what about before that? I'm trying to think, how would she have gotten rid of the weapon? That's my main thought right now. Like, she would have had to get rid of it somewhere, right? Nothing around here we can get. Go in here? Yes, we can. But other than the girl, there's nothing else in here, so... I really wish I knew how to get in through this bloody pipe. The guys told us about it. But we can't interact with it for some reason.
Huh? I see you're here again.
Alright, are our signs all together now?
Nah. You
No.
heard me.
Damn it.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
We still haven't passed this with him. Maybe everything isn't quite as we've told them. Because we know they want to set up this supposed music place for drugs. I'm going to try it again.
Nothing jumps out at you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I could swear something's not adding up. Oh no!
You feel something in your chest. An
No!
unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm,
Really?
your jaw.
Alright, well, I can't prevent that. We'll count that as a death. Have we died 30 times in this game? Is that the right death counter? Hang on, guys. Have I got 2 death counters here? Have we really died 30 times in this game? Holy shit, we have. I have forgotten how many times I've died. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go back to that autosave that just happened. 30 times? How did that happen? Can't be right. Can it? I don't know about that now. I'm wondering, have I really died 30 times in this game? Seems more like Legend of Zelda's death count. Have my text files got crossed? I'll have a look at that. I'll check the last VOD and see what it was at then. In fact, why don't I do that now? Hang on, guys. Just out of curiosity. That doesn't seem right to me. Alright, my death count at the end of the last stream was 4. Let's ignore that. I'm going to turn that off because that's wrong. Yeah, I think I know what I've done. Alright, never mind.
Hi again. So,
Actually, I'm going to save it here. Quick save it.
Hi again.
We're just going to save scum the fuck out of this.
A number
Yes!
of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
Why, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I am a disgrace to the uniform. Or I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Yefreitor. I could have been a captain, imagine that. Or I was even trusted with a firearm. Believe it or not, tap the holster. A real fire lance. No, I was once... could have been a captain.
What happened?
I know. Disco happened. Oh, life taught me a new arsehole. Wow. Or I did. I happened to myself. No, disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
So Suna says you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. Or this isn't the making of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Oh, well then, you have speakers. I guess all the test tubes and flasks and fucking alembics are just, you know, part of the aesthetic.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend? Or you have no headphones, wouldn't a cell need headphones to spin the tape? Lab equipment? I'm listening. The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab. No. So where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one. Usually they come in twos.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
That's good for him to come up with that on the fly, though. And what about headphones?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
And the distilled water is the cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Punishable by summary execution.
It's not.
Oh, right, it's not. What am I gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. I am Judge Dredd. On my hand-eye coordination, time for heavy leverage, pull out your gun. Summary execution. Now, 8%? Fuck. You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
Well, not calling you back up and hauling you off to the pen for starters, or haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you, using every connection I've got, or we'll see. Now speak. Now we'll go with this, not calling back up and getting you guys hauled the fuck off. Fun fact, I have a crossover comic with Judge Dredd and Batman. Yes! I've read that! I don't have the comic anymore, but I had that issue of 2000 AD. It was great. I remember, it doesn't end with like... It's the one where Judge Dredd goes to Gotham to hunt Batman. Like he goes through some kind of time/dimensional rift or something to hunt him down because he's a vigilante. And it's like, dude, I can't abide that shit. And then in the end, they end up teaming up together and he's like, well, you're still a vigilante, you know, but I guess for now, I'm gonna leave you alone. And he fucks off back to Mega City 1. Yeah, that's it. It's good. I liked that issue. It was really awesome. Alright, we're not gonna call back up.
Okay, man. Okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we do! We totally do!
We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
So we just need to make the drugs first. In America, first you get the drugs, then you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. You have two different Punisherverse Batman comics as well, and Captain America and Batman one. Nice. I can imagine Punisher versus Batman being really cool. Like, oh, I mean, isn't that Punisher versus Batman though? Isn't that just Punisher showing up in every Daredevil comic anyway, and Daredevil showing up in every Punisher comic anyway? Because Daredevil was basically Marvel's Batman. Doesn't kill people, you know, and like beats them up by night, that kind of thing. That's who they are. That they were basically the same thing.
To get our foot in the door.
Just one of them was blind, but then again, it's like, well, bats are, well, they're not really blind. They actually have eyes, but the whole echolocation, seeing in the dark thing, it's kind of like Daredevil's sensors, you know. Alright, so why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together.
Nothing I hate worse than a spooky arsehole.
And now it's all spooked up.
Well, they're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Yeah, one of them's a computer nerd, the other one's just a really chill dude who likes climbing the rafters. Come on. First one takes place when Bruce Wayne had a broken back from Bane and was replaced by Jean-Paul Valley in the Nightfall storyline. Oh. I see, I don't really know enough about like all the historical storylines, so that sounds cool though.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Judgment time. Give me your cash. Give me all your money. Pack up and report to Precinct 41, or get lost, I don't want to see you again. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, a club for anodic music. It wouldn't work without the lab. No, let's keep this clean. You can proceed with the club.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now.
Yeah.
This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
See, Egghead gets it. It's like, dude, it's not impossible. It's harder, but you can fucking do it. The Nightfall story is iconic. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I would love to just like dive into the past of all those comics and just read through them, but man, it's hard to know where to get started because one storyline comes in off the back of another one, and it's like, well, you kind of really want to read that one first as well, because why wouldn't you? And then it's like, well, what about the one before it? I mean, I'd like to read that too. You know, it's like, I want the start point. You know, I'm that kind of reader. So, what's this about fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to.
Need.
Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
I love this guy's energy. He's great. You love the books, kind of don't want to send your comics across the pond. Oh no, I don't do that. Yeah, they might get lost.
This will be nothing.
Appreciate the thought though.
You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Giraud and all the houses on Main Road. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
Alright, let's call this incident crime prevention. I'm keeping my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Alright.
Goodbye, officer.
Huh? I see you're here again. Offside, man. Nah.
We're still not on sign with each other? Oh my god. What is this egghead
Big
thing then?
close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega.
Alright.
Here comes the night.
Okay.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Man, did you know who killed the mercenary?
All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously. I'm a little worried. It isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic, or just answer the question.
But there was no question.
I feel like we're making progress with this guy. Say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, say nothing.
Furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
Hey Dan, how's it going, dude? How are we doing? We're doing good, thank you. I'm a little tired today because I've had a big, busy day running around, but, you know, not too bad. How are you doing? How's things with you? You got a website you can use to read it if you want. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Send me the link in Discord or something, dude. I'll have a look at it. Alright. A little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
And that would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
I don't get how to converse with this guy. There's a puzzle to him. It's like a conversation puzzle. But it is a quest. Where is it? See, we've got to sync with Noid. Gotta help him and his friends out somehow. Prove you're one of the crew. How do we get these guys to take their speaker into the church so that we can fucking do the thing? But here it is, look. There's got to be some way to talk to this person. You haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about signs. What if you just try again, find your way through the maze of things to say?
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
Is it?
Hardcore.
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
No.
We're close. True, hard. It's hardcore.
Is it? You're going to keep saying hardcore?
Skibber-dee, skibber danger.
Alright, so that's a dead end.
True, hard, full, hard.
Say nothing. But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yeags and args. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
Yeah!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
Yeah! Okay.
Close. True. Hard. Full. Car.
Okay, we're getting close.
Hardcore.
But is it really?
This young
Yeah.
man adds a capital.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian.
This is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing.
You know about him?
I do now, yes, because my internal encyclopedia has told me. Sent. Thank you very much. I'll have a look at that after the stream.
You know Van Eyck?
I'm a major Van Eyck head, or your friend Dessel mentioned him, or no, it was a turn of phrase. Now let's go with the Van Eyck head.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man.
Website has a ton of comics to read, fun stuff. Nice. I'll definitely be looking at it then. I mean, I buy some e-comics through Comixology, and I've got tons of stuff on there, but even then, they kind of categorize some stuff and say, right, this is a collection of a storyline through all the individual issues. But it doesn't come with any kind of like, you know, like a compendium or something that you can just look through and say, right, what exactly am I getting? You know, because it's all individual issues. And then they just buy them as a bundle. And I always worry that then I'm crossing over with other stuff that I don't want. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's a maze sometimes to try and get through comic book stories.
The Advent?
Okay.
We're close.
True.
Oh my
hard,
God.
Full, car.
We weren't, that wasn't even it. Say nothing.
Car.
Say nothing
Hardcore to the
still.
mega.
Internally coherent.
Do you know anything about the Whirling in Rags?
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata, the place to be.
Okay, why did you say that? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place.
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer, an intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
Okay. Oh, you kind of got fed up with Comixology. The site's very slow as well, sometimes. Like, you try to load a page and it just seems to take forever.
We're close.
True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega.
Internally coherent.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing.
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is the party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of etonite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Okay.
We're close.
Don't know what we're doing, but we're just going to keep doing this.
Hardcore
Carter's internally coherent.
All car! All
He furrows his.
Hard. Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other word.
Yeah, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing with this guy.
Huh? Hi again. Goodbye, officer.
We need to borrow their speakers. Loading was horrible, trying to find specific issues was infuriating, just trying to read the comics you had was a pain sometimes. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I didn't like was how they categorized things. It's like, I could never tell if it was a single issue, if it was a full-length graphic novel that I was looking at, you know, because if it's like, okay, Marvel Civil War. But okay, is this like a single thing, like beginning to end? Like when I bought the Infinity Gauntlet comic? I mean, those were all individual issues, but then they put them into one full file, right, that you can just keep going through. And it's like, is that what I'm getting? Or do I get all the individual issues? And if so, what's in it? You know, and it was always hard to tell, like, what you were looking at, because they had collections. And it's like, okay, but when you go to the collection, there's nothing there. There's no list of what's involved in it. It's just like, this is the collection. It's like, am I buying it or what? What am I getting? It's very... very badly laid out. Yeah, that's it. Is it an omnibus or a bundle of issues? Like, their terminology was a little bit woolly. Let's see if talking to her again works.
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anyone, say a woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
And about the 2mm hole?
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
Okay,
Great.
never mind.
Thanks.
Huh. This is the only other way I knew to probably get any XP at all. I really don't like the way the fast travel works here. You've got to literally stand right next to one location in order to use it. No? Hey, wait a minute, what? Alright, never mind, I'll run there then. So yeah, the only thing I can think to do is get another XP point, put it into... I really wish I hadn't spent that other one on logic. Put it into Savior Fair, and then I can use it to re-roll the ladder check and see if I can climb the ladder. Because we can't seem to use the pipe for some reason.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Alright. Did you find anything out about the owner of the armor?
Yes. It took some
Oh my god,
convincing,
yes!
but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Ah, finally. She was like, call me back in a day. 3 days ago.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S Kortinair. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
Neonatal care unit.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Wow.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
Right, yeah. I was thinking more in one of those like, yeah, I've got a name, but that's not really me anymore. You know, as in like I've moved on from all that. But no. Probably because he was fostered then. That's why he has a name that he knows is not his.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
So does he not work for Crenel? So he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these.
I know what it is.
It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any info on the foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Alright, we have his name and service records now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Kortinair.
Yes, skill point.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
No, we're done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
He also sent a link to the quick write with the story idea. Yes, thank you for that. I spotted that this morning in my DMs, but I've been out all day, so I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I thank you for reminding me. I will definitely have a look at that. Interested to see what you've got. I haven't actually looked at these yet either. Run the finger over the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch.
Oh, white suede, Kim.
Handle so very familiar in your palm.
Very familiar, you know, like when I leapt my carriage over the frigging water lock, crashed it into the ice. That's why it's familiar, yeah. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the small blue sector, indicating the engine is cold. Next to the gauge is a red switch, labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Oh, okay. Just broke it into paragraphs to make it easier to read as per Shai's suggestion. Ah, excellent, thank you. Yeah, I mean, my note sheets are like scattered messes. If I'm going to share them with anybody, it's like, give me like, you know, a day or two to clean through, copy paste things into proper chunks and organize it into something readable. Alright, so we now have a skill point we can use. Is there anything else we need to clear up before we get done? I can't afford the phone from fucking Q now. Do I want to send the victim? I think what I want to do, because it's getting pretty late now, game-wise, like the time in the game is getting late. Maybe I send the body away, let Kim go and do that, sleep the night, and then the next day we can try and get back into that place. Find booze and drink it. Bit too late to open that door now. The secret passages. I don't know how to get into those. I would love to know how to get into those. Because I feel like it would be important to know all that beforehand. Replacing the lost bool. Haven't found anything that would work as a lost bool. When you first wrote it, it was like 4 or 5 a.m. The day after you got your second COVID shot and was literally a fever dream that you had. Dude, you know what? Those are the best times to write story shit. Is, you know, when your brain's going to strange places. I had a... God, I can't even remember what it was now because I've long since... Like, this was many years ago when I was in college. But I had a very weird dream one day, but it was very coherent. And... it gave rise to a story that I wrote, and I've long since lost on an old hard drive, you know, so I don't even remember what it was about now. It was only half finished. I put mostly note form down, but yeah, you get some strange ideas from dreams, you know? Absolutely. We haven't found all the armor pieces. We only found 2, and I would love to know where all the armor is. Help the Ravers. I don't know what we're doing with that. Sync signs with Noid. Figure out, offer figurines to Dolores Day. We've only ever got the one figurine. Friggin' dog. Find the murder weapon. I'm gonna shut this window. There we go. Neighbour's cutting his grass 3 doors down. He has a dog that barks at the lawnmower. So, yeah. It's a big dog as well. Big doggy. We gotta wash off the death smell, so we should probably try and get, like, you know, the Whirling in Rags room. Look for Ruby. We kind of know where she might be. Determine where the shot came from. Yeah, we've looked at the boardwalk, and we can't get to the island. I don't know how we do that. Talk to Estelle about her associates. Maybe we do that. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Let's go back that way then. Hey V, what's up? Word on the street is actually never mind, it's gruesome, you don't want to know. I had a dream this one time where I was in some kind of zombie killing game show. Oh dude, that sounds cool. Dude, that's like the Dead Rising game plot. One of the Dead Rising games was kind of like that. Took place in a huge warehouse with shipping containers and stuff. Neil Patrick Harris was the announcer. Wow, okay. I like the sound of this. I can already see the TV show. How's it going, V? Good to see you, dude. How's your day been? I'd watch it, yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Sounds like it could be fun. But yeah, was it Dead Rising... Was it 3 or 2? Might have been 2. Yeah, because 3 was the one with the kid who was like, with the bike cut on, who, you know, was a bit of a wino, from what I remember. But Dead Rising 2, that was like zombie killing friggin' Vegas style shit going on, wasn't it? Like, it was like Red Bull X-Fighters with bikes and stuff all riding around, and then they had zombies that came in the ring as well, and they used to cut them up with chainsaws. It was fucking weird. I loved it. So, yeah, somewhere on the boardwalk is supposed to be a potential location. Here, maybe? No. For the sniper to have taken the shot. We'll get it as a speech bubble because there's nothing on the ground already. But where? Didn't die, that's a plus. Semi-lurking while doing job application things. Awesome. What? Lieutenant Sykes with a resub. Guys, you guys are getting nuts with the
26
resubs today.
months of Gillette the policeman, and him still not shaved. Dude, jokes aside, keep it up, mate. Less than 3, you're awesome.
Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. How's it going? It's good to see you as always. Yeah, let's just gotta remember Gillette, you know? Poor Gillette. Should have never sent him on that undercover mission. He just got fucked up in a basement. Man. Super cop as well. He was the best cop we had and he just got fucking destroyed. Oh dear. Taking me this long to remember what game Dead Rising was. Yeah, those were the ones where you have to like put all the different crazy things together in a crafting system to make weird weapons. Like, you know, here's a kayak paddle. Attach some fireworks to the end. It's like a fire stick now that you can swat people with. It's like, what? Okay, cool, I guess. Yeah. Get some boxing gloves and some spikes and just fucking, why not? Hammer and a battery. Literally go Warhammer 40k with that shit. You hated the first one. I never played that one. I've played 2 and I played some of 3. And I kind of like the design of the whole, like, ticking clock mentality of it, but at the same time it's also based on a trial and error system, and it feels like it wastes my time after a while, where you're like, well, that didn't work, let's try something else, start the game again. And I don't like games that do that, so it's like, it's good, it's just not what I want, you know? Doing good, really into Tribes of Midgard, if someone's heard of it. I've heard of it, I've not really seen it played yet. Getting the hang of it, just soloed to day 15, but it was some good luck as well. So is it like a sort of a colony management kind of thing, a bit like a Frostpunk, you know, where there's like a danger element or something? Don't like being on a clock to do an objective. Yeah, that's exactly it, Alchemist, I don't either. I wish that could have been turned off, you know, but at the same time it's integral to the design of the game. So can they? You know, it's like saying Dark Souls should have an easy mode, which honestly I think it should, but, you know, there are people who say no, because it's like, well, that's not what the games are. It's like, yeah. I want my MMO to have an offline mode, you know, yeah. There's only so much can be done before you're making a totally different game.
Hello again.
Alright, Acel. Have you seen a redhead woman around?
No.
Cool.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Well, considering what you're trying to do here, this isn't a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
Dark Souls does have an easy mode. They're called Souls Light. Okay, your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab, but you knew of this, right?
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
Which is still a lie. I don't care, I'm loco. Just wanted to know what you knew about the plan. No, instead you opt to omit the truth. It's kind of the same thing. That's what Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was. It was Souls Light. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. It was like, it had its very specific ways of doing its fights and so on. You're basically a spross of Yggdrasil in the middle of your small village, which you can destroy like a nexus in other games. Then the game is over, so you defend it from dangers. On the nights there will be basically enemies coming for it. Ah, right, okay, yeah. And you need to defend it other days. You need to farm resources and craft weapons, improvise defenses and turrets. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. Still a good game though. Yeah, I really want to play that game soon. You know, Fallen Order. I've heard it's good. You know, like some people didn't like it and a lot of people did. So, you know, there we go. Oh, you mean like a little tree, right? Okay, gotcha. All right, so you admitted the truth.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with the dance club plans, just no drug lab.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Good. So, now we
Hello
can
again.
know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Okay, just answer it.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Okay.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Well, because the quest journal quite literally said, after we've helped them set up the nightclub, we can get her to tell us about them. So how do we go about setting up the nightclub? That's what I want to know. Thank you. You were hesitant to get Fallen Order strictly because you didn't want to give EA money. Let's be honest though, as bad as EA is as a company, on a company level in many cases, there are worse companies right now in gaming that you could give your money to. That's for sure. Like Blizzard.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes?
Talk about
What's
the
the deal?
church again. Oh, it's in here. Alright, there's a hitch in Suna's research.
What kind of a hitch?
Trying to catch an anomaly using a special microphone setup, but she can't hear the audio coming through the headphones.
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what? We got speakers with massive low end. There's a good chance it can do it.
I think we found the solution.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast her shoes off. Believe me.
Alright.
Goodbye, officer.
Save that skill point. So has that done it? Let
Hi
me go
again.
back and have another look before I
Yes?
leave.
What's the deal? What kind of a hitch?
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what?
I'll see what Suna
We've got
thinks.
some serious range on. Goodbye, officer.
Alright, so I guess I have to go and speak to Suna now. That's some nightclub there. Well, they want to move it into the church, but we sniffed out that these guys were bullshitting us. Like, yeah, we want to make a nightclub to our Nordic music. It's the next wave of really cool stuff. It's like some kind of, I guess you could call it like Nordic style synth, like dark synth music or something. And they want to move it into this old church. But when they came to set up, they said there were spooky, weird, ghosty things in there and some kind of crabman that lives in the ceiling. But it's just a guy who likes climbing around in the rafters and he's getting kind of chilled out on this strange tranquility. In fact, I'm gonna take the tape deck off. Literally walking around with a boombox. So you can hear a noise here. There's like, I don't know if it's coming through, but there's like a woo noise. And there's this guy who climbs around in the rafters up into the bell tower where it is, and he's just chilling there. And then there was this lady who's a computer nerd who lost a load of data, including an offline backup, also got wiped. But these are radio computers. The way that they work is they like do all their computing in a radio wave environment as opposed to physical hardware. And there's an anomaly in the bell tower causing this well of silence. She calls it the Swallow. It's a 2mm wide hole in the world, and she's trying to figure it out because she's convinced that's what destroyed their data. So yeah, that's basically what they're gonna do. But she won't let these punks move in here until she's figured this out. And it's like, well, now she needs a speaker to listen to what the hole is what it's doing, what's in there. These balls of water are microphones. So, but her headphones are a shortcoming. She can't listen to it. So that's what we're doing. And then when we've got her done and she's out of here, these punks can move in and set their nightclub up. But they were also going to cook speed here. We figured that out, we got them to stop, and now all is right with the world.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, so I could try this again. Examined with the Raver's speakers. Let's try it. No, damage the morale.
Sauna isn't even looking at you this time.
So about the hole.
The swallow, you mean? What about it? Great. Thanks. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. Great.
Okay, why can't we do anything with this? Figure out why she can't hear anything. Well, we've already figured that out. Like, how do we disclose this to her?
The mother of humanism stands.
Yes, what is it?
I have no idea. Is this a crack in reality? I mean, like, sort of wormhole connection to another place. That's what she might think it is. I mean, this game has suggestions of there being some kind of paranormal or paranatural stuff going on. And yet, we've seen nothing. There's no evidence that any of it is real, you know? It's just there. Man, I don't know how to do this. I'm really just trying to kill time because I think we're going to wait until the following day in the game to actually go and try and get into this other place. Because we're going to send Kim away. Oh man, the last autosave was all the way over there. We're going to send Kim away with the body. And he'll be gone for the rest of the day. But I want to do that towards the end of the day. Because I like Kim. He's fun to have around. Oh my god. The time in the game is the time in the real world right now where I am. Well then. I think I need to freeze that moment in history, guys. I should probably look into how to do it. I'm getting to the point now where I need to do a wiki walkthrough of this game. It is a sign. It's a sign that I think I need to finish for the day. I don't think we can get into much else. This is one of those games where you go through a conversation and it takes like 20 minutes to roll out. If you die in game, you die for real. That's another reason why I think we're going to end the game right here, guys. Yeah.